On today's episode, I will continue my quest to further compare KDP and Ingram Spark. After working with both for well over a year, I have gained more experience and more opinions, and I want to help you have a more informed decision. Hello, Liebling. I'm Madi, science fiction and fantasy author who's been living in southern Germany since 2014. Today, we're going to talk about not just KDP and Ingram, but also Draft2Digital and Smashwords. KDP and Ingram are the two big print-on-demand companies if you want to self-publish and see a physical copy of your book, baby. But in terms of distributing ebooks, there are more options, and we're going to talk about those as well. But before we get started, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you haven't already. Here on Adventures of Lamadi, we talk about writing, living abroad, and everything in between. So if you want the basics between KDP and Ingram Spark, check out my first video. I will link it above. Now that I have worked with them for almost 2 years, I have developed some strong opinions, especially about Ingram Spark. In terms of printing quality, I still stand by my original opinion that Ingram is better than KDP and their reach is higher with more distribution. But Kindle still holds 70% of book sales, so you have to have a Kindle copy of your book. But when you're ordering physical copies from either Ingram or KDP, you do need to check the copies you receive. I mean, personally for me, I've not had many problems with my printing orders with Ingram, but some of my friends back in the States have had horror stories. I will actually link a video from my friend Meg Latour where she had shared her printing mishaps with Ingram Spark. Yikes. I think part of this has to do with the pandemic. People are inside more, so more have time to write that novel they've always wanted to write and decided to self-publish. So now Ingram has been slammed with orders and forced to rush. And you know, when you rush, quality usually turns to shit. The biggest complaint I have is when I had to change covers for the God Queen. In my original video, I mentioned that if you want to change anything in Ingram Spark, you have to pay to play. And not only with updating covers, but I also had updated like the cover pages for parts 1 and 2. And that was not only just for the ebook, but also for the print. And then I also used that as an opportunity to upload a hardback version with newer covers so that I didn't need to change and figure out like uploading was not a problem. But speaking of hardbacks, since my last episode, Ingram has introduced different ways to print your hardback. Now, I opted for having a textless version of the cover printed on the inside. So hold on, here's the hardcover. Yay, pretty. And you take off the jacket, and you have essentially the same. It's so pretty. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Anyway, I couldn't be happier. So when Ingram does print things correctly, it's amazing. But you definitely need to check them because you have to make sure, especially with the amount of money that you pay, you're getting what you ordered. But with the ebook and paperback, I'm not gonna lie, changing those covers was kind of a pain. Was a huge pain because there are some stores that updated the newer covers without a problem, like Barnes & Nobles, but stores like Kobo still have the old cover, even though I have emailed Ingram numerous times to complain, and it really bugs me because it's not cheap to change things, and when shit doesn't get changed, like, why am I paying you? Another problem was with Book Depository. That was also really annoying because they wouldn't upload my book cover at all from Ingram. I had to email them separately with the cover and then email them again to change the paperback, and they still haven't done it, so it's really annoying. So as a result, one big thing what I should have done in the first place was not go to Ingram for ebooks. There are better aggregators, or even just going to the separate stores to create accounts. I didn't do that with Barnes & Nobles because that actually worked out really well with Ingram. But I know some authors do go through, like, they go to, like through Kobo specifically or through Barnes & Nobles to upload their books. And that's perfectly valid. So if you have the time, go for it. I just know it can take a lot of time when they decide to not upload the correct cover. And I will say, in terms of uploading ebooks, Draft2Digital and Smashwords do have greater reach for ebooks than Ingram Spark, and it's free to upload. I didn't do this before because for some reason I thought I had to pay to upload like with Ingram. I have no idea where I got that idea, but obviously I was wrong and I have since rectified it. You do pay a percentage when you sell the book. which is, fair. The reason why some authors upload directly to some stores as opposed to going through these aggregators is because you get a greater percentage of royalties compared to going through the aggregator or the middleman like Draft2Digital, Smashwords. But you have to do what's best for you and what you think is best for your book, baby. I both didn't have time, and some stores like Kobo wouldn't allow me to enter a Germany address when I tried to make an account. I mean, probably could, but it didn't work for me. So it was just easier to go through the aggregator. But anyway, rather rambly, but I want to know what your experiences have been with Ingram or with KDP or with Draft2Digital or Smashwords. Let me know in the comments below. And that's it. It's a rather short video, guys. I just wanted to bring that up that before I'd only talked about Ingram and KDP, and I totally didn't talk about Smashwords or Draft2Digital, and I definitely recommend that you add those to your list. So that's why I have this supplemental video today. And like I said, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up because it lets me and YouTube know you like content like this and you want to see more. Please leave me a comment if you have any questions or if there's a certain topic you'd like to see on this channel. If you want fun escapism, my space fantasy The God Queen is available in ebook, paperback, and hardback. I have all the links in the description below. If you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get the first 6 chapters of The God Queen as well as the prequel short story, The Knight and the Goddess. So sign up. Also, if you have read any of my work or, the work of your favorite author, please leave a review. They really help us authors out, and it is free to do so. Also, don't forget to connect with me on social media, whether it is through Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And that's it. Until next time, adi!